How's somebody who's certified pushing out this information? Oh, it annoys me so much because... Obviously, it's another day of the week. Again, Monday or Thursday. Who knows? It's like roulette at this point. I'm completely lost. We're doing a video. Earlier in the week on Instagram, I asked people to send me some TikToks and things to react to for a video, being this video. And you did, so thank you. I appreciate you. I've selected some of them. I haven't obviously been able to cover all of them because no one wants to sit here and watch me waffle for an hour. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at fitness TikTok. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. But obviously, before we crack on, I must wear something on the head. I'm going to be honest with you. The only reason I want to wear this hat is because it has a party trick. And that's literally it. That's fashion. But wait, there's more. Oh, look at that. It lights up. If you couldn't tell, it's flashing. Wait. Oh, another mode. Wait for it. There's one more. We're going to crack on with some fitness TikToks.
You know what else bounces right back? Is your finger after it completely distorts. I love you, Kim.
See, this is quite an interesting one because it very much aligns with the video I did covering Photoshop in the industry, in which obviously I did speak about the accusations of Chrissy photoshopping her photos. And this is obviously another means of people doing so. Granted, this is done in a professional manner, i.e. Kim is a big thing celebrity, but it shows that regardless of who you are, be that fitness influencer or A-list celebrity, manipulation of bodies and manipulation of imagery and videos is still a prominent issue. Wait for the finger, wait for the finger, fingers going, fingers going. Oh, it's done a flip. There you go. Done a flip. The biggest issue I have with this is how's that going to make anyone feel? As I said in the Chrissy video, influencers and celebrities are people that a lot of people do look up to. A lot of people will unfortunately try and chase the physique of the person they're looking up to. Manipulation of images and things like that can result in further unrealistic expectations, which again is not going to help anyone's body image, and nor is it going to help anyone's mental health. If the people you're looking up to are manipulating their images and the ones that you thought like have the best body, why would they need to? How's that going to make you feel about your body if you already deem them to be superior to you, which they're not? I think this kind of goes back to the message I did try and put across in that video, is just try and look how you want to look for you. If you spend your life trying to please other people or trying to achieve unrealistic results, especially if they are unrealistic due to manipulation of imagery here, you're going to end up pleasing nobody, which includes you. I know it's Hollywood, people do wild things, so obviously gotta look the best, but ultimately it just implies that this person doesn't look good enough already. If you look how you want to look, not only is that good enough for you, but that should be good enough for everyone else, even though they shouldn't really have an opinion on your body in the first place. Again, the priority is making you happy. Okay, let's have a gander at what's going on here. This was sent to me by a few people.
Fine. High rep and low weight does not tone your muscle. In fact, you cannot tone your muscles. They only do two things, grow or shrink. Pick one, you. Cardio is overrated for fat loss.
Cardio is a great means of caloric expenditure, so burning calories. But when it comes to the maintenance of long-term fat loss, i.e. keeping the fat off, resistance training will, in my opinion, be superior if you had to pick one. Ideal world, you do both, but if you could only pick one, I'd lean towards resistance training because the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn when at rest. Therefore, for fat loss and, like I said, keeping that fat off, it would be my preferred means of exercise.
But yeah, of course it's healthy for you. Guess what else is overrated? Shoulder front raises, cable kickbacks, and ab circuits.
Slap and knowledge. I'm going to back all of this. So obviously you know my thoughts on cable kickbacks. So many better moves you can do. Split squats, walking lunge variations, RDLs, things like that. Fantastic. Ab circuits, again, I know they do have a place and a lot of people like doing them. Fair enough, you do you. But ultimately when I do focus on ab work, I do go for more like exercise specific or applicable movements, i.e. like pal-off press. Shoulder front raises, again, overrated as a word I'm not going to say on camera. When you do any pressing movement, regardless of the angle, any pressing movement, your anterior delt is going to have quite a significant involvement. Therefore, do you really need to focus on front raise isolation movements unless you're pursuing bodybuilding and your anterior delt is really a weakness for you and you want to bring it up? Fair enough. But for most people who are just training just for enjoyment purposes, just to change their physique without looking to compete, in most cases you probably don't actually need to do front raises.
If something says it targets your upper or lower abs, it's lying. You can't do that. It's all one muscle.
Yeah, back it. Again, I've said this before, upper and lower abs, they are one muscle. I think that's where a lot of like influencers kind of capitalize on things. They say you can target your upper or lower abs when you really can't. So funnily enough, this is actually something that's lingered around the industry for a long time. It's something I used to believe myself. Everyone used to speak about how reverse grip tricep pushdowns are great for the triceps. Gonna be honest with you, reverse or overhand, I'd go overhand. I'll tell you why. Actually, no, you're gonna do this at home. Overhand grip, you're gonna extend your arm, flex the tricep, and you see obviously the triceps there, it's flexed. You got the horseshoe muscles. That's what they refer to the tricep as, the horseshoe, the boom. So while maintaining tension on the tricep, so contract it, rotate from overhand to underhand to overhand, etc, etc. The shape does not change, nothing happens at the tricep. Whereas when you're doing a bicep curl, so if you were to tense your bicep, you rotate from underhand, overhand, underhand, overhand, you'll feel the bicep shape change. It will shorten, it will lengthen, etc, etc. Choosing to then do a movement that doesn't change the shape of the muscle, so it's not really working any differently, but then results in you losing less weight, to me seems counterproductive. For that reason, this is a waste of time. I think PB was like 15 seconds or like 22 seconds. We're gonna go for it. If you haven't already, please consider liking the video. 300 likes on the video is a goal, so we're going to shoot for that. If you do fancy tickling it, I would really appreciate if you did click the red button down below and subscribe to the channel, and maybe click the bell next to it so you get notified when I upload another video. If you have any questions you want me to answer for a comment question of the week, drop it down below in the comment section, and I shall answer your question at the end of the next video. That was really fast. I hope someone stopped the timer when I said that was fast, because this doesn't count. Again, I know, I'm sorry, I keep doing this. I don't know what's going on. Puppy isn't here. Puppy's at puppy training with the squad. He's making knowledge gains. I respect it and I appreciate it. I'm also in the process of moving house, so everything's a shambles at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm the worst. Just unsubscribe from my channel, block me on Instagram, send me abusive messages before you do so, because I'm a bad person. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But now, anyway, we'll crack on with the rest of the video. Oh, I love this. This implies you can spot reduce fat, and we know you can't spot reduce fat despite what the people online say. They're lying to you. Don't forget you need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose any weight from a targeted area. Yes, you do need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, but the way she's worded this implies that it is spot reduction, implying you need to be in calorie deficit to lose weight from your abs when training your abs. It may be misunderstanding, maybe poor wording. Provided it's not, you're lying to me and my hat. So LeanBeefPatty is something that's actually come up quite a lot. I think Derek from More Plates, More Dates might sponsor or something. Going to be straight with you. I think she's fantastic. Most of her stuff is quite like meme funny stuff, but there is a lot of good information on here. 3 things that aren't the gym that are preventing progress. Diet doesn't align with goals? Absolutely. Not enough quality sleep? Absolutely. Primary time of recovery is sleeping. I think the general recommendation or guideline is like 7 to 9 hours, but when looking at muscle growth and muscle recovery, in theory, the more you sleep, the better. For most people, you say the target is like 7 to 9 hours, which usually hovers around the middle of, shoot for 8 hours if you can. But again, this depends very much on the individual, their age, all sorts. Yeah, too stressed. Obviously, if you're stressed, you produce more cortisol, stress hormone. It's not going to help with the gains, and obviously what we want is the gains. So I respect this. Good quality information. Funny story, quite a few people actually recommend I look at Blogilates, which I have covered in other videos. The big meme is she's blocked me on Instagram. Feels bad, doesn't it? I've seen a lot of her content before, and I already know that there's a high likelihood that what I see is going to trigger me. So let's get triggered together. She's got 2.6 million followers. A lot of people watch her content. Again, I do appreciate she's getting people more active. Respect and love it. She's giving people a means of exercising without any limitations of equipment, whatever. But there are better things you can do. Oh, and do you know what's even worse? Certified Pilates fitness instructor and designer. How's somebody who's certified pushing out this information? Oh, it annoys me so much. I always say this because everyone's like, oh, they've got a qualification. They must know what they're talking about. Absolutely not. Just because you've got a driver's license doesn't mean you're a good driver. Oh God, frequently asked questions. I like this. Why don't I see progress? Because it's not. Okay, fair enough. That's fair. How do I lose weight? Okay, yeah, okay. You know what? Fair information. You know, show you out. That's good stuff. It is very basic, but it is fair. It's not wrong. Don't judge until you try. All right then. Triceps, triangle pushes. Yep, I'm fine. Overheads. Yep. Oh, biceps. We know this one. Been practicing this one. Gonna be honest with you, do I look like Chris Bumstead yet? Obviously, as you saw, did all those movements. Granted, didn't do them for the minute she suggested. Without placing a greater emphasis on the contraction of the muscle, did I feel it? No. Even if I did feel it, that is purely coming from me contracting. If I want to just feel a muscle work, I'll just tense my biceps and hold it here for a minute. I guarantee after a minute of tensing that bicep pretty hard, it's going to burn a lot. It's going to cramp a bit. That's why if anyone's ever done like posing practice for a bodybuilding show, posing is bloody hard. Does that mean you're going to grow? No. Just because you're hurting it doesn't mean you're working it. Remember that. It's great that Blogilates is eliminating barriers to entry when getting to fitness. I respect that. But I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. Is it better than nothing? I'm kind of on the fence about that. And the fact that she blocked me after saying something similar in the past about, you know what, her exercises probably aren't the best for you, suggests that she may know that she is posting a bit of nonsense, but she doesn't want to hear it and just can't handle the criticism, which I'm trying to make constructive. Again, this kind of falls into the same realm of it. I know they've got obviously wrist weights on. Burn and the work you're really going to get from this is just emphasis on contraction, to be honest. Like, yeah, it's I would focus on resistance training probably. I personally, if you're looking to either lose weight, build a bit of muscle, whatever it may be, and you were considering doing something like this, I would say maybe not. Maybe don't invest in the wrist weights, and maybe spend a bit more time focusing on resistance training in the more typical fashion. This was sent to me actually because it's a fitness hack for the gym. Is this a yay or a nay? It does increase range of motion, it will make the movement a bit harder, and it may provide some additional benefit to the development of your lats. Would I recommend you do it? Is very much depend on the person. When I'm doing barbell rows or something along those lines, I usually for about 45 degrees. Obviously, trade-off where you're in a bigger stretch position, greater range of motion is you will lift less weight, but you can go through a greater range of motion. It's very situational, I would say. Do I think it's bad? No, I don't think it's bad. Do I think it's good? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's quite a good variation of either the pen row or the barbell row, but again, a time and a place. But that's it. That's kind of the video. Despite whether you're pushing out good information or bad information, there is an element of appreciation for anyone who actively tries to encourage more and more people into the gym or to live a healthier lifestyle. You have to be careful what you're putting out, because a lot of people will believe what you say, and a lot of people may end up getting harmed from believing what you say, and that's obviously not what we want. Be that physical harm through an injury, or even psychological harm through unrealistic expectations and disappointment in themselves, which is obviously not what anyone should be promoting. Those are just my thoughts. You don't have to agree with them, you may even disagree with them, and that's absolutely fine. But regardless, I do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. But now it is time for comment question of the week. Oftentimes when squatting, I feel a tightness in my right shoulder as soon as I load up the bar and get under it. For me and others having similar issues, advice on fixing this. So many things could play a role. A couple of points I'd focus on without delving too much into it is look at your mobility. Other thing, look at your pecs. A lot of times if you get into that back squat position, you are stretching the pecs out. If there is some savage underlying tightness, or maybe the pec minor or the pec major, I'd probably target the emphasis towards the pec minor. That's going to hinder your ability to get into that position and may cause discomfort in the shoulder when trying to squat. So my challenge to you, Austin, is to, as you're watching this video, get a finger and really dig in to your pec minor, kind of running along the clavicle, maybe an inch down or so. If that doesn't tickle anything and there's no immediate like, oh, that's a bit tender, have a look at your neck as well. So that's your challenge, Austin. Give it a try and drop me a message and let me know what's going on. Or better yet, tell me in the TFNL Discord, which if you're not a member of, you should be. And the link is down below in the description if you want to click that. Thank you very much. As I said earlier on in the video, if we could get 300 likes, that would be bloody stupendous. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell next to it so you get notified when I upload multiple times each week. And maybe even if you want to, tickle this video and share it with a friend, if you so wish. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have a question you want me to answer for comment question of the week, drop it down below in the comment section. I shall answer at the end of the next video. But again, regardless of whether you agreed or disagreed with what I had to say, thank you for your time, thank you for your engagement, and thank you for tolerating the video.